nothing's for sure. It's showtime, folks!
Welcome, everybody. We are back. Episode 55 of the Primetime Gorehounds on April 14th, 2023. The 55th installment of the Primetime Gorehounds. I am Primetime James Thomas here with the Gorehounds self, Paul Burt, on this lovely Friday night. And we are live. And tonight we are watching The Ring, the 2002 remake of the 1998 Japanese film Ringu, I believe is how it's pronounced. Or Ringu,
Yep.
or Ringo. Ringu. Okay. And very much looking forward to this, Paul. But more importantly, how are you doing and how are you feeling, my guy?
Well, I'm feeling a lot better than what I was 2 weeks ago. I mean, for anybody who didn't know what happens, like, I was fine one day, and the next thing you know, I came down with this, like, flu from hell. Like, I had, like, my throat felt like I had a chainsaw for breakfast and lost. And on top of that, my eye was fused shut, like, all crusty and shit. I had to pry it open. I'm just like, well, I guess I'm going to be out of action for a little while.
I had to pry it open?
Yeah, I was just prying open my fingers. It was that bad.
God, you got fucking stung by a wasp or something?
No, it's just like, I think that might be due to the fact that every once in a while my eyes have issues, and I guess it's due to the fact that I got blown up by a firework many years ago. I took a face for it.
Gotcha.
But I'm good. I still got perfect 20/20 vision, so I'm still alive.
No, that's always nice that you're still alive. But yeah, good to hear. That's why we've kind of taken a bit of a break. We could have came back last week, but I wanted to give Paul an extra week to rest, to prepare himself. And as you can hear, he sounds good, sounds back to his normal self. So yeah, we are back, ready to roll. And tonight we'll be watching The Ring. 2002 when this movie came out. And quick little backstory about this film. I could say this film is a classic. And definitely I could say it's a classic, not because I believe the movie is very eerie and very creepy, but the marketing for this film is legendary. I still remember now keep in mind, this is 2001, 2002, so I was about 8, 9 at the time. And Paul, you said you was like, what, 18 at this time?
18. I was 18, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, Paul, you remember the marketing for this film, right?
Oh, dude, I remember this like it was yesterday. Like, I remember we were watching some movie, and then I see this like weird ass trailer that's showing vignettes of stuff, and I was just like, "Yo, is this The Ring?" Because I remember seeing the original like a couple of weeks before.
Oh, shit, goddamn, Paul!
I saw the remake to the trailer for this remake like 2 weeks after I watched the original. I was like looking, thinking, did they actually do a remake of this? Because I had no idea that this was even going to be happening, and then I was just like, all right, well, I guess I need to go check this out. And I did watch it. I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, folks, yeah, I'm pretty selective when it comes to supernatural like movies, but I really did enjoy the Ring films. So I wanted to see how the remake one does. And also, folks, for anyone who doesn't know, this movie was the movie that paved the way for a shitload of other Japanese movies that got remade. You were talking films like The Grudge, Dark Water, The Eye, and a whole heap of other ones. But the Japanese original still been making a successful run too. I mean, they had like 3 movies, one of them being a prequel, and there was even a crossover between The Grudge and Ring on the Japanese version. Haven't been able to find that one, but this movie is pretty cool in its own right as well. I mean, it made 2 more films. I've seen the second one, but I haven't seen the third one yet. I heard like mixed vibes about the third one, but the first one here,
shit.
Thank you, Trevor Phillips from The Walking Dead. But yeah,
yes.
I did hear that part 3 was pretty bad, but the first 2 movies are pretty solid,
No, The Ring 2 is dog shit. No. The reason why I say that is because it didn't need to go on. Now, granted, I'll give The Ring 2 credit. It has a definitive ending. like it has a definitive ending, but for God's sake, it did not need to go on. And I never saw Rings. I never saw that. Like to me, the Japanese film in this is the only thing that I see. But yeah, back to the backstory. But yeah, gotta keep in mind, folks, and this for all the younger viewers. 2001, 2002 was a different time. Okay, it was the begin. The internet was nowhere near what it is now back then, not even close. And this movie was very, very heavily promoted on the internet, and movie gossip about movie talk on the internet was still a fairly new thing at the time, because I think there was no social media. I think like the AOL chat rooms was still a thing around that time.
Yeah, AOL chat rooms were still around. Facebook didn't show up until 2004. So
exactly. And what makes this marketing so iconic is that they said that during like you said, TV commercials and all that stuff, they would play the videotape. But they'll play this random ass videotape that's forever, that's forever known for associated with this film, and that would just be it. They wouldn't call it The Ring, or no, they would just play the tape and that's it. Everybody would be like, what the fuck was that? You know what I'm saying? And then it would play randomly in videos on the internet whatsoever. It got a lot of buzz, got a lot of people talking about this film. And you also got to keep in mind, too, VHS was still a big thing at the time. Around that time, it was getting phased out by the DVDs, but VHS was still a big thing. And just the talk and the buzz and like, oh my God, you gotta watch this movie. Oh my God, this movie's fucking crazy. You gotta watch this movie. Like it was this the scariest shit of all time and all that stuff.
Yeah, it was like the forbidden tape for a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Yes, because people wanted to see like what the fuck was this tape all about, right? And then you get to the movie, and then I think this movie is a great film because it's so eerie and creepy and uncomfortable, and it's such a slow burn. And the picture here of Samara, that iconic motion coming out the TV, that doesn't happen until damn near the very end of the film. This whole movie is just build up to this moment, and you're in the character's shoes trying to figure out this puzzle of how to survive the tape and trying to figure out the mystery of this little girl that's in the tape and whatsoever. It's just an eerie film. People like to associate it with 7 days, all that stuff. And of course, Samara jumping out the TV. Iconic. Very. But this movie has so much more going for it. And there's a way more creepier moments in this film than just the 7 days, way more creepier moments in this film. I think this movie's great. It's dripping in mood and atmosphere. One of my favorite things about this film is the color scheme of this film. You watch this film and you notice how there's really no warmth to the film in the color scheme. It seems very dead, seems very dull. Feels like a cloudy day. Like every day seems cloudy, which fits the mood of this film.
Exactly. Like the whole movie, the whole color scheme of the movie, the way the presentation of this movie is what really makes it stand out quite even more as well. Not just like the subtle scary moments and of course the big moment when we see Samara, but the whole feel and vibe of this movie it has a way of getting under people's skin. Like a lot of people that's never seen a film like this for the first time. Think about this as well, right? No one saw a movie like this before, ever. Most people never even knew about the Japanese original until they saw this movie. And then those people who saw this movie went on to see what the original ones were all about. But this one fucking movie was what got everybody talking about these kind of movies. And this movie was also, like I said, this movie was the bridge gap for those movies to be discovered and also to introduce this kind of movie to like people like us. And that's why they ended up making more like these in Hollywood stuff and all that. this is the movie that started it all.
It did. It did, and I'm very much looking forward to this. Yeah, 'cause I'll never forget that marketing was just crazy, and the talk and the chatter this movie got, and I'm definitely ready to revisit this. So yeah, I'm watching this on Amazon Prime, and I'm pretty sure Paul, you're doing that as well. We're 2 seconds in. We're about to see the DreamWorks logo. And interesting enough, Paul, this movie is rated PG-13, and I remember at the
it's rated a 15. It's rated a 15 over here.
Yeah, and people, and I side rant, people really, kind of make a big deal about, oh, it's not rated R, it's not going to be as scary. You can get away with a lot with a PG-13 rating.
Yeah, and these are the kind of movies that really fucking excel in it. In fact, I think a lot of people will also say that this is also the movie that ushered in the PG-13 horror stuff.
Well, honestly, Paul, if you really truly think about it, because there's hardly no blood in the film.
Yeah.
The original Halloween can be a PG-13 film.
I know, but the reason why it's not is primarily because of the nudity scenes that come on there.
Yeah, the nudity. Yeah, the nudity. Yeah, if we don't have that scene, if we don't have, if we don't have the nudity, we don't have the see anything you like. Yes, yeah, I do.
Yeah, it would have been a whole different movie if that wasn't there.
But take away the nudity, it's a PG-13 film. If you really think about it.
Same can be said for Poltergeist as well.
Oh, Poltergeist. Insidious. It's a PG-13.
Yep. That too.
So, all right, so I am ready, Freddy. So let's get this cracking. All right, so for the rules, for anyone that's watching it along with us, like I said, we're 2 seconds in. Once we go 3, 2, 1, play. When we say play, you press play. Again, 3, 2, 1, play. When we say play, you press play.
And when we do press play, keep in mind, we're all dead in 7 days.
All dead in 7 days. Yes, indeed. All right, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
All right, we're in. Let's go. DreamWorks.
The Ring.
Look at this. Well, even the DreamWorks logo's got the whole vibe going on with it too.
Yeah, with the tracking. Yep.
Yeah.
The Ring. DreamWorks Productions. Hear the rain in the background.
Yep. Here's the house.
I remember when I was young, this opening scene scared the ever-loving shit out of me. Like, there's a moment in this film where it's like two people just talking, and then like while she's in the middle of talking, I think it's this girl on the bed. Like, we see her remains in the closet, how her face looked. No! You know what I mean? And I remember that shit was frightening, dude. That scared the shit out of everybody.
I guarantee you, when people saw this in the cinema, when I saw it in the cinema, I saw at least 2 people going like, "What the fuck?" Popcorn went flying out of somebody's hand at one point.
It was so sudden, like you're not ready for it.
Exactly, like I said, nobody saw a movie like this before. This was a first.
Yes, we got the two girls talking about the videotape. Have you ever seen the Scary Movie films, Paul?
Yeah, I've seen at least 5 of them. Yeah.
Scary movie forever. They kind of ruined this scene for me because they did the scene with, I think it was Jenny McCarthy and Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, that bit on Scary Movie 3. I remember that one where they're fighting the bitch in the TV screen.
Right. And Jenny McCarthy's referencing the sex tape between Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee. For those that are youngins, and Paul, you was young enough then too, where Pamela Anderson's sex tape came out and everybody tried to get their hands on that. Yeah, my friend actually had a copy of it, and we actually did watch it at that age. Hey, people want to see Pamela Anderson. They didn't give a fuck about Tommy Lee, but they just want to see Pamela Anderson naked. Pamela Anderson she was the shit back then.
Yeah, she was, man. I mean, I watched that recent documentary that was on Netflix about her, and it was talking about how how her life was going around and all that stuff, and where she's at now. And yeah, they did mention about the whole tape thing. You see how she looks now, and I'm just like, geez, time's not been nice.
Yeah, age caught up to her.
Yeah. I'm just seeing what Philip's saying in the chat box. He's saying he do recommend the original novel. It's more of a sci-fi mystery. The VHS causes the viewers to get infected by smallpox and die from a heart attack in 7 days. Sadako is quite different too, and he also said she's psychic, but in the case of her death is unexplained twist that he's not going to spoil. But there was a 1995 TV film from Japan called Ringu, which is more faithful to the book adaptation. I haven't seen that TV show. I need to look that one up. But
cat fight.
You can't go wrong with a cat fight now. Uh-oh.
Yeah, these girls, yeah, I want to say they're probably like in their early 20s.
Yeah, looks like it. About 18 or 19.
Yeah, because this was still around the time in horror films where they were still casting slightly older people to play high school kids, which is completely 180 to today. Because now horror movies today, kids look their age.
Exactly. Nowadays they've got to put that authenticity, and otherwise people are going to spot that, because people nowadays are going to be spotting everything.
Yeah. Hello, it's me, Billy. Can you imagine? Can you imagine after you hear that videotape? The phone call. You go like, "It's me, Billy."
I'm putting the fucking phone down. I'm like, I'm out.
Can you say, Paul, that The Ring is underrated amongst horror fans? Because not many horror fans really talk about this film. Like it's kind of polarizing. They either love it or I won't say people hate it, but there's a certain group out that don't really care for it.
Yeah, man. I mean, like there are people that really do enjoy this movie, and then you got people who just flat out hate the movie. I mean, at the time, like when I was a kid, like I was kind of like not into it at first, but when I watched it last time a decade ago, I was just like, you know what, this is actually not too bad. And
it's creepy. Like it is a legit creepy film.
The only reason I went back to watching the Ring movies because at the time that's when they released the third one, and that's what kind of reinvigorated my interest in checking it out back then. And now here we are watching it again. And that's all. So it's been a while since I've seen this, but I do know that back then I was just like, I didn't give a shit about it. But as I looked into it more, I actually kind of started to grow to appreciate this film a little more for what it did.
Yeah, this Catholic school girls. I remember remember motherfuckers was into that in the early 2000s.
Yeah, right. The one thing
what was that one tattoo song? All I think is sad, running through my head. Remember that song? Victorious old theme song.
I remember that one. Yeah, they used to play that a lot on the fucking radios here. A lot, man. Like at one point I was just like, if I hear it one more time, I'm gonna fucking scream. Then Victoria comes out, and I'm like, fuck, enough already.
All I think is sad, running through my head.
I'm gonna send Samara after you in a minute.
I'm good. Don't do that. But this movie was definitely the start of. I mean, supernatural films have always been in horror films. I mean, for God's sakes, Poltergeist, 1982. But this film was the start of that new wave. Like you mentioned, Paul, like you had Dark Water, The Grudge, Darkness Falls, Paranormal Activity,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I know a lot of people love the Paranormal Activity films. For me, it's like a mixed bag. And I guess, James is going to catch me on this one. I was a little sore about it after it's the reason why Saul disappeared for 10 years. But,
Understandably so. So, man. but I do remember that that
Oh,
this oh shit, yeah, see right there, you see that was frightening, dude, because
yeah, that
like
was just fucking
because you're like
random.
what you're you're just like what just happened, like
That
what happened, you know.
that was random as shit, bro. That was out of nowhere. I did like that.
It was so sudden, like you don't know what just happened.
Yeah, it was just like you walk in, and speaking of which, now your face is all gone white. Like, what the hell just happened? Like,
This kid
who
was
just hit you?
yeah, like and there's Naomi Watts with her kind of Nicole Kidman look.
Yeah, she's got that Nicole Kidman thing going on right now.
Yeah, clearly, because that was Nicole Kidman's look. Yeah, especially at that time in her career.
Yeah. Damn, she's 54 right now. So count back 20 years, she was about 33?
34?
Yeah.
33, 34?
Yeah, well, somewhere around there. I'm just seeing what she's up to right now because I've been following her that much. I'm just gonna see
Yeah,
what
is she still acting? I don't see her that much anymore.
I'm sure she is. Let me see what she's doing. Hang on. I'm gonna look it up right now. Oh no, she's still doing films. She was some of the recent films that she was in. She was in Ophelia, Wolf Hour, which is some psychological thriller. She was in Desperate Hour. Her most recent movie is some film called Goodnight Mommy, which is some kind of psychological horror, which ironically enough, I think that's a remake of another film. Yeah, it's a remake of a 2014 horror movie, which is on Amazon Prime. I haven't seen the original yet, but I've heard about that one. That one's a pretty fucked up movie. I'm gonna have to look into that one.
All right, good to see. Good to see that she's still working. Yeah, she's approaching 60. It's fucking wild.
Yeah, and just think, she made her TV appearance in an Australian TV show called Home and Away, and she's a British actress. She's from Kent, England.
Yeah, she has a good North American accent.
Mm-hmm. That she does.
Yeah, but you see, Paul, you kind of see like the color scheme in this film, how it just feels like like there's really no color to it. It just feels dreary.
It's saturated. The whole color is just saturated. I mean, look at this here. It just looks grim.
Yeah, it just looks very grim, which fits the movie like a glove.
Yeah.
I always thought this kid was creepy.
Yeah, right.
He was great. He was great in this role, and the reason why I kind of like this kid was because he didn't really act like a little kid. He acted like a young adult. And kids in these horror films, they could be really, really good, or they could be really fucking annoying.
Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, it's like kind of like how kids are today. It's like sometimes they can be really smart and very mature, and then you got some that's just like, off the rails and stuff.
Boogeyman, Jaylee's like the boogeyman, like that.
Something like that, yeah. I'm just seeing what Philip said here again. He said here that the audience preferred Ringu over Spiral, resulting in another sequel, which was Ringu 2, which was released in 1999, and they disregard Spiral despite Spiral being an adaptation of the second novel. And then they did Ringu 0, which is the prequel origin story, where it explains how she ended up being the way she was.
Shout out to Philip.
He definitely knows his stuff when it comes to this film series.
Hey, I appreciate that. That's what we're all here for. We're all horror fans, gathering in one spot to have a Friday night movie night.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention also, when I was under the weather, I did end up renting on Amazon Prime that Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. It's actually not bad.
Really?
Yeah, oh come on, man! You know me. You knew I was going to be jumping for something like that.
I know. I just think they kind of just. I really don't see what's the point of taking a childhood story like that and scare the hell out of the kids. But
well, it's not the first time. It's not the first time something like that's happened. I mean, I don't know if you knew this, but there was a Banana Splits horror movie, which, believe it or not, was officially greenlit by the people who made it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so it's actually canon. And think about this too. That Winnie the Pooh movie, despite what people have said about it, the movie has gone through what I call the Terrifier effect, because that movie has gone on to make close to 5 million now. So a sequel's on the way.
Oh, good. Well, good. I'm glad it worked out.
And you never know, I might drop it on a future episode.
Oh, yeah. Torture me.
You've been forewarned, folks.
Look at this creepy kid with that creepy kid haircut.
I used to have a haircut.
That is the stereotypical creepy kid haircut that he has.
Yeah. I used to have one like that when I was a kid, but then I just decided I'm just going to let
creepy
it grow
kid.
out.
You was a creepy kid.
I guess I was. You know, I was into heavy metal and like weird stuff as a kid. You know, I still do.
Nice to know that you haven't changed, Paul.
Yeah. I mean, look at the stuff I've been doing lately. I mean, like I've been into heavy metal music. I went to Venice and cosplayed, man. Like, who'd have thought I'd be doing that?
How hilarious would it be, Paul, if you just you're into heavy metal, and then like 5 years from now, you're just like, actually, my name is Paul, and I don't listen to that garbage anymore.
Never gonna happen.
I listen to opera and classical music.
I listen to musical scores, but I'm never gonna depart from metal, man. It's part of who I am, It's part of my genetic makeup.
So we're at the funeral here. I believe that the girl that we saw die was Naomi Watts' niece, and she's talking with her sister.
Yes.
Which, by the way, if I mentioned Nicole Kidman, like if you told me Naomi Watts and Nicole Kidman were sisters, I would believe it.
Yeah, because they look so much alike at this point in time.
There are similarities there. There are similarities there for sure.
Well, I do know that Nicole Kidman and Naomi Watts were both raised in Australia, so it would make sense. It would make sense if people thought that.
I keep forgetting about that she was raised in Australia. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple of. I mean, you got a bunch of Australian actors that are doing stuff. I mean, you got Chris Hemsworth, fucking Russell Crowe, people like that.
Yeah, Heath Ledger was Australian.
Yep, Heath Ledger was that too. Who else? I'm trying to think of some others because there's so many names I can think of right now that they're all flying past my head. Ooh, shit!
Oh!
That's why I said oh shit, because I just saw that in the corner of my eye. Jesus Christ.
That was the scene, folks. That was the scene, bro. Like, that is one of the greatest jump scares of all time. Because like you're not ready, you're not prepared for it. You're not ready for it.
They just literally dropped it, and people must have been like, holy shit,
Like, you're like, what was that? What the hell was that? Like, because we see the end result of the girl's face in the very beginning, and then and the thought in your mind, your mind just starts racing. Like, what the hell happened that made her look like that? What was so bad? She ended up looking like that.
I remember pausing it on DVD, looking at that, studying the thing. I'm thinking to myself, Jesus, man, what the hell did she do to her?
Yeah, that is one of the greatest jump scares of all time. I'll never forget when I first saw that. I literally jumped out my fucking chair, bro. I was just like, whoa, what was that? Like,
I'll bet. Man, I know that.
Such a well-executed, such a great, well-executed jump scare.
Yeah, they just drop it on you right out of nowhere.
It just dropped on you, like you
no warning.
Like normally horror movies, though, you kind of give like a little cue, something's about to happen, but no, it just dropped it randomly, which is smart.
Right out of nowhere, you just got hit with it, like complete visual assault on the senses. You're like, what the fuck? And that kid's going upstairs. He's sensing it.
that he's visualizing the night of that fateful night, where he has some sort of a connection.
Yep. Which I think they explained a little bit more on part 2 as well with this kid.
Uh,
I know. People have their opinions about part 2, but
shit,
I'm just
dog shit, dog shit.
yeah, I know. But it is a continuation for better or for worse.
Some still need to be.
Yeah, but you know how people
I
are,
mean,
and if a movie,
Paul. How many times have I told you, Paul? How many times have I told you, Paul? And I said, really, they could have just ended at Halloween 1.
they could have, but because the
They
movie did
easily
so
could have.
well, I know they could have. They could have easily done it. But the problem is, when the movie makes a shit ton of money and you got a lot of big fanfare, they're going to be asking for more. And you
Oh
have
yeah,
to.
yeah. You know you're gonna be asking for it, but I think I'm always been a firm believer, and I've really learned this as I've been in wrestling. Less is more. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I do agree with that.
Can you just imagine how much more regarded Halloween? It's already highly regarded. Imagine how much more would have been regarded if there was never a Halloween 2, never 3, 4, 5. It was just Halloween 1978 and then Halloween 2018. Imagine if we had to wait 40 years for another
Dude,
Halloween film, bro.
do you know how huge that would have been if they went
That
that
would be
way?
huge. Big
You would,
money.
yeah, you would. That move. You know what? You would think I'm crazy if I said this, but I bet you right now that movie would have made $1 billion if they did it like that. I mean, shit, it made nearly $300 million on that 2018 movie.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm still kind of recovering from that jump scare. It's like one of my favorite scenes of Halloween 2018 was when that little boy finds his dad by the school bus,
Oh
and you
yeah,
see his neck just fucking contorted. I love stuff like that because like your mind just starts racing. You're like, what did Michael do that was so grotesque that that was the end result? That's the same feeling I got with that little girl in the closet. Like, what did Samara do to this girl?
interesting question right there. Yeah,
Oh,
it's just
another creepy moment with the faces distorted. Creepy.
what the fuck, dude. This
And again, look at
movie,
the color scheme. Like it's just blue, which
yeah,
represents water.
it's just this like grim effect, and you see it all the way from start to finish. It just never. I mean, even here, you got the light on, but that saturation is still there, right down to the
It's
paper.
still there. And then also too, like you read these newspaper clippings of how close these people have died, close to her niece's death, in mysterious ways. Like I said, like I keep saying, like there's more to this movie than the phone call, and like this movie is just very eerie. It's an eerie film.
Very. It's just like again, it's a slow burner, and usually I'm usually not into slow burner movies unless it's really good. But this is one of those ones where I can sit back and say, you know what, this was actually really good. That's why I like that It Follows when you put that out there. That's why I like Smile.
Smile, yeah, Smile was enjoyable. It Follows was really good. I can say, Paul, that within these past 20 years, I gotta say The Ring is probably in top 10 of the best horror films within these past 20 years.
Yeah. But T85 here says Ring's not one of his favorites, but he don't mind it. That's fine.
It's
That's
cool.
cool.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That there's nothing wrong with that. Like we just talked about this earlier. That The Ring, it's kind of polarizing where some people love it and some people kind of on
Yeah,
it.
and
I think because the hype was so big that people were expecting like the most craziest shit. Instead, like we got this slow build to it, and some people just aren't into that.
it's the same thing that happened with Blair Witch when you think about it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I remember when that fucking movie came out, and I remember that trailer. They just showed that one trailer when I was watching South Park the movie at the time. They showed that one trailer, and I remember thinking to myself, "Yo, I need to see this." So I went to the midnight screening, and I was just like, at first I was kind of like tired, But after watching it a second time, I got to analyze it more, and I was just like, oh yeah, okay, now I see where you're going with this. And it was just so genius how they did the marketing for that as well. Because you really believed that was real.
Oh, one of the probably the greatest marketing strategy of all time. Because it made it feel like you're about to watch a snuff film.
Yeah, it's the same thing. The same thing also happened with Cannibal Holocaust. It was the same blueprint Blair Witch followed with that. Because when you look at Cannibal Holocaust, you thought that those people were actually being murdered. I remember somebody actually put a call out to the cops, getting the film director arrested for mass murder. But I will say this still, the actors were not killed; they were still alive. But I will tell you, the animals in that movie, they really were getting chopped. That was real animals, folks.
God damn.
Yeah. And you remember that? And speaking of snuff movies, you remember that movie series, Faces of Death?
No, not familiar with that.
Well, that one, right, I can tell you right now, Faces of Death is a very, very controversial movie because it feels like a documentary, but it feels like a snuff movie as well. Some of the footage that you do see is actual people getting wasted, and some of it's not. And you can't tell which is which sometimes because it's so done convincingly well. There were like 4 movies in the series, and I've heard they're actually doing a remake of the first movie, and I'm just like, okay, this is going to be interesting. I want to see where they go with that. And I know that Legendary Pictures is involved in that one. They started filming like a week ago. So until the first trailer drops, I might have to check that one out. But I will warn you, if you do plan on watching it, James, just be aware it's not for everybody. It's pretty tough to watch on some parts.
Alrighty, yeah, I'll definitely do that. Now, sorry to kind of brush past what you just said, but we're at the scene where she's about to watch the videotape.
Yeah, here we go.
And this, like, and I put it in the Discord, Paul. Like, even to this very day, like, it's a creepy fucking tape.
Can you imagine watching a random videotape and you saw this?
Yeah, because you're kind of like trying to dissect, like, what is going on. We see the woman in the mirror. We see the shadow of Samara going in the background.
You just watch this and you think to yourself, what in the fuck is going on right now? And then you see that weird shit. like
the direction, the cinematography in this video is fucking awesome, but it's very eerie, and there's a lot of hints, a lot of clues in this videotape too.
Clues are there. I mean, if you haven't figured out what that ring is all about, I'm not going to go into spoilers, but you'll find out eventually what that ring is.
Oh, she's looking back, and she's looking back like she's kind of like looking at us, like, oh, so good.
Yeah. That broke a fourth wall right there. And then you see this bit where she's just like, I'm gone, see ya. And then once that ladder drops, the screen goes blank. Or you see that first, and then that's it, the phone call. Can you imagine?
Yeah, but
imagine yourself in that situation. You've just watched that fucked up movie, and you get a phone call by some creepy ass voice telling you 7 days, and that's all you're gonna get.
Such a creepy videotape.
I'd like to have
and that was the marketing. Like, that was the videotape that they would be showing all over the place.
Yeah, I remember that popping up everywhere, even on TV commercials. Just be this like one little hint, and I'm like, what the hell? Here we go.
She's getting the phone call.
7 days, and there you go.
For what? 7 days for what?
Your death
like 7 days I get paid? Like what? Like, what does that mean?
Your death clock's about to punch in.
Oh, look at that. And the cinematography in this film is really, really well. Like, the director of this film really knows how to use the camera.
Yeah, what's his name? Gore Verbinski. Yeah, Gore Verbinski's a pretty good filmmaker. I mean, this is the guy that went on to do the Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy. He also did another movie, which I saw recently. I think it was called A Cure for Wellness. If you ain't seen that movie is weird.
Yeah, it's really rainy, really cloudy, really dreary. Like I'm not sure if this is real rain or not, but if it just so happened to rain on filming, then I'm pretty sure the director's like, "Thank you, God."
Let me look it up. I'm gonna find out. It turns out it was.
It was legit raining on filming.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's pretty cool.
Come on, man. You need a Polaroid for situations like this.
I remember those old cameras.
Because it's okay. Never mind. Oh God, 2001. My God, this shit's so it's a piece of shit now. But 2001, if he was a photographer, you think it's the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, it sure was. Wait, where have I seen that guy before? I've seen him somewhere before.
I remember him from the Stranger sequel. He was the dad.
Oh, that's Wait. Oh, I fucking recognize him. He was in that bike movie, Torque.
He was in Torque. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. He was also in Wind Talkers. I didn't realize he was in Wind Talkers. What the fuck? He appeared in that movie Everest. Yeah, I did see that film Everest. That was that movie was fucking. And he was also on X, believe it or not.
So I think to survive this, you would have to show somebody else the tape, like pass it on to them.
Yeah, it's a shit deal, but it's the only way.
Now, question, Paul. What if you watch the videotape, but you don't have a phone?
Then I'm not going to know my time's up in 7 days.
Or, Paul, what if you watch the tape over and over and over again? You keep adding 7 days.
That's a good idea. It might work, but wouldn't that
piss
her off?
Like you keep watching tape, and then after 6 months, like 5,675,000 days.
It's an interesting idea. It could work, but no doubt.
If I was I would do that. I would keep watching the tape over and over and over again, so I could add 7 days.
Here's the problem, though: the tape's only going to last so long.
I'll take my chances.
Fair enough. Make a copy.
And if I don't have a phone, I'm going to assume that Samara will give you FedEx you a letter. 7 days.
She probably would. I mean, she's a very stubborn bitch like that. Yeah, she probably would.
I'm not gonna call a child a bitch.
As an evil entity one.
Okay, as an evil entity. Okay, thank you.
I had to correct myself there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm not really. I mean, Naomi Watts is not really my cup of tea. What about for you, Paul?
Well, I've not seen her in a lot of films. I mean, I've seen her in this one and maybe one or two others. I am curious to see what she's like in that remake of that Goodnight Mommy. I want to see how she does.
No, I'm not talking about like acting. I'm talking about looks.
Oh, right. Well, in terms of looks, then,
she's good looking. I'm going to. She's just not my cup of tea.
No, she's like the everyday girl that I usually see out and about. She's all right, but kind of average for me.
Like, come on, baby, let me just hit it just once. You know, that's what he's probably thinking.
Probably, maybe in my teens, yeah.
T85 says, yeah, Blair Witch Project definitely did good marketing. I was one of those teenagers at the time. I was convinced it was based on a true story, so they got me. They got everybody. Yeah, they got everybody.
They got me, man. They definitely got me too.
It wasn't until they saw the actors like actually like walking around like normal after the film, where they're like, "Holy shit, we got worked."
Yeah, they had to all come together for a TV interview just to prove a point.
I would have just kept the joke going. I would have kept them in hiding.
Yeah, I would have done
Pay
the same.
them, pay them pretty good paychecks.
Yep, I'd have done the same thing. I would have kept that authenticity going. I mean, look at that ECW wrestler, Sandman. That time when he had his eye taken out, he stayed home. He never left. He kept in character for that.
Oh, God, the toasters. Oh, I remember those. That's how we used to make copies of tapes.
Yeah, the old Betamax days and the old editing stuff and splicing tape together. Now we can all just do it digitally on SD cards and everything. It's easier, yeah. But back then, folks, this is how we had to do shit back then.
Yeah, it's amazing how much technology has advanced. Not just in 20 years, just in like 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, everything's progressed. I mean, right down to the camera equipment, the visual effects, filmmaking discipline formats, you name it. Like everything now, it's all changed. Nowadays, anybody can just go ahead and grab this stuff and make films themselves. You don't even need a studio backing anymore. Just get Kickstarter fund campaigns and get decent enough equipment, and off you go.
T85 says Naomi Watts was in the American version of the movie Funny Games. He also says, yeah, definitely good marketing. I thought Smile had good marketing. When the people would be at the baseball games. I think it was a baseball game where they would just stand there, just smile at the camera. I'm like, okay, that's good. That's good.
I'll tell you right now, that movie Smile, right? I'm not gonna lie to you, that movie fucking freaked me out, and I can tell you why it freaked me out, because even though it's a horror movie about people offing themselves because they see a smile, I knew what the underlying topic was. It was about mental health and suicide. And for someone who is got autism and Asperger's and had issues with depression and almost checked out permanently at one time, that's how it hit harder with me.
Yeah, there's definitely an underlying message to the film.
Yeah, it's a very good film, but I got the message right away.
Yeah. The Smile definitely was a lot better than I thought it would be, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And by the way,
the biggest fan of the ending. I thought the movie could have been. I thought it went 5 minutes too long. Like, I get the look of the monster at the end was really cool.
Yeah.
But I think that extra 5 minutes when she's back at the house and the monster's getting inside her and, we see her kill herself, I think they could have cut that out.
Yeah, they could have, but they wanted
personally, to. For me, I thought it just went a little too long.
Yeah.
Kind of like how I feel. I kind of feel about with this film. Like, granted, the scene with the Samara coming out of the TV, it's a great ending. But I thought this movie could have ended in the scene when she's in the well and she has Samara's remains in her hands, and then it gets the impression that her spirit has now been set free. That could have been the ending of the film.
They could have done that, but they wanted to take it a little bit further. It's the same thing with Smile, like that bit when you see her turning herself into a human bonfire at the end. And also, I don't know if you realized it also, but the main actress in Smile, that was Kevin Bacon's daughter.
Yeah, Kevin Bacon's daughter, yep.
Yeah, she was actually pretty good in that film.
She was. Another really good Kevin Bacon film, Stir of Echoes.
Stir of Echoes, yeah, another good film. Some of my favorite movies that Kevin Bacon was in, you got films like Death Sentence, Hollow Man, Sleepers, and of course that one that not many people know about or talk about, and that's The Woodsman.
Oh, Woodsman was great.
Yeah, cop car.
Very, very challenging role.
Yeah, right. I mean, you're playing someone.
There's the ladder.
There's a fucking ladder. Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, Kevin Bacon playing the role of someone who just got out of jail for kitty fiddling.
He likes to shut up and dance.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's our code word for that.
Oh, fair enough. I'm still new to that stuff.
But, yeah. Black Mirror taught me a lot.
Yeah, But again, it's one of those movies that not many people know about. I know that Kevin Bacon's in some other movie that's coming. You believe it or not, he's actually going to be in the reboot of Toxic Avenger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard about that.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing that. In fact, I actually still have the original Trauma movie, which is like a cult classic among people. You ever seen the original?
Original what?
Toxic Avenger. You ever seen that one?
No, I have not.
Man, you gotta see it, man. It's a good film. It's very fucking. Don't expect it to be like Shakespeare type stuff. It's very B movie stuff, but it's like funny as shit for some people. I mean, it's a trauma movie after all.
All right, now we're at the scene with Naomi Watts is talking to Becca, the girl that was with her niece the night she died.
You can tell it's affected her bad if she's in this place.
It would affect me? Come on, man.
I know, right?
My God, man, the woman I'm talking to my best friend, and the next minute she's looking all stroked out in the closet.
Yeah, with weird shit coming out of her mouth.
That one could drive any person insane. Like, I'd be scared to look at TVs ever again.
I wouldn't be trusting blank videotapes. Like, that would be it for me.
Who will show me?
Mm-mm.
Not now.
Oh, she knows it's coming. There's that tree.
The cinematography in this movie is so beautiful. Like a lot of creepy shots, but beautiful shots as well.
Who the hell was the cinematographer in this movie? I'm gonna look it up. The cinematographer was, I hope I can say this name right. The cinematographer is Jean Bazelli. He's from Yugoslavia.
Oh, great job. Like I said, a lot of creepy but beautiful shots.
Yo, you're gonna love the list of films he was involved in. Check this out. He did cinematography for Pumpkinhead, King of New York, Sugar Hill, The Ring, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Underwater. That's a good sci-fi horror that came out recently. Snake Eyes. He's done some good ones here.
The hell of a resume. Oh, this is the scene with the fly out the TV.
Oh yeah.
One of the creepiest moments in the film for sure. Like, imagine that you're trying to make a copy of a tape, and the fucking fly that's on the tape comes out the TV.
Well, that fly definitely isn't Seth Brundle, but that would be creepy as shit seeing that fly jumping at you like that.
Insect politics.
Yeah.
Such a great film. The Fly is amazing.
It's a damn good movie. And the
effects. She's picking at it. Oh, so good! It's straight out of the videotape. And now our nose is bleeding.
Yeah, nosebleeds, they're never fun.
Oh, they're the worst.
I'll never forget that one time when my nose bled so bad in 2002, I had to go in hospital because it wouldn't stop. And then they said, whatever you do, don't sneeze. I'm trying not to sneeze. I sneeze, and this blood clot thing is pulling out of my nose. It looked like a slug and shit. And I don't know why, because I was 18 and I was like pissed off at the time that my nose wouldn't stop bleeding. I was in the bathroom toilet. I don't know why, but stupid ass me decided to do a pentagram on the toilet seat with my own blood.
What is What's wrong with you?
I'm stupid as shit back then.
Come on, bro.
And then somebody goes in the toilet and it's like, what the fuck is that?
Jesus, Paul. Oh, that's so gross.
And then Lou looks at me like, what did you do? I said, I think we need to go home now.
Nigga, what the fuck are you doing?
Dude, I was in my late teens and I just didn't give a fuck back then, you know? Anyway, yeah, T85 here just said Ring is somewhat controversial with horror fans, and another that's very controversial to this day is The Exorcist. Yeah.
Oh my God, Paul! Look at the old school internet searching, bro. Keep in mind. Oh, that lady's so creepy. But keep in mind, folks. There was a point in time when civilians didn't give a fuck about being on the internet.
Yeah, and plus we all had those old dial-up modems, and they ran up a phone bill.
Oh my God, bro! Like around this time, early 2000s, for searching shit on the internet was so boring.
Yeah, it sucked.
It was so boring, dude. Like I said, like folks, there was a point in time when we did not care to be on the internet. It was cool to have it, but we didn't care.
Dude, I wasn't on the internet and I wasn't on Facebook until late 2008 when I had my own laptop, you know?
I was on Facebook until like 2010.
Yeah, so I've only been on there for like 15 years.
This man Paul did that and then ran, and this is Paul after he did what he did.
Something, yeah, that was me after what I did on the drawing a pentagram of my own blood on a toilet seat hospital. Yeah, that was me afterwards.
Disgusting.
Yo, what can I say? I was a teenager back then.
Oh man, so right now we are with Naomi Watts doing some investigating on the woman that's on the videotape, trying to and we're following this journey with Naomi Watts because she's racing against time right now, but she's trying to understand what are the clues of that videotape.
Well, she better think fast because she's only got a few days left.
And like I said, Paul, like I said, it's a great build. It's like we're slowly building and building and building to the shit that's going to hit the fan.
Yeah.
And it takes its sweet time. Like I said, well, we don't really get to the crazy shit till like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Like, keep in mind, folks, like these were back in the times when movies like were slow burners and people back then had somewhat of an attention span, which most people don't have nowadays.
I love how she's talking to him.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh, now his face being distorted in the camera. Creepy. That's scary.
If I remember correctly, I think that woman there is actually one of the actresses from the original film, having a cameo.
Really?
Yeah, I think it is. I might be wrong.
Oh, that's dope. If that's the case.
Yeah, because remakes have a tendency to do that. Oh, did she watch it? Nah, she's just sleeping.
She's just sleeping. Yeah.
Oh man, don't you just hate it when people creep up on you when you're sleeping like that?
Yeah. Don't just run up on me while I'm sleeping.
Yeah, you don't want to do that to me. I get very grumpy very quickly.
T85 says, when I think of nosebleeds, I think of that movie Valentine. Well, T85, I don't know if you know this, but me and Paul did a Gorehound episode on that movie as well. Well,
yes,
it's on the Primetime podcast. No, actually, no. I think, if I remember correctly, I did a playlist of all the episodes we've done. It's on this channel.
You did.
Okay, cool. T85. If you want to go ahead and see our thoughts on Valentine, go right ahead. I'll tell you right now, me and Paul did not like it.
No, we didn't. And can you believe this? Our most viewed movie that we did is The Night Comes for Us. 7,500 views.
Yes, that's which is crazy because it's not really a horror film, and that's awesome. That's awesome that people really loved seeing. Oh, by the way, she's pregnant, bro. She announced a pregnancy a couple days ago.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Jay.
Yeah.
That one's gone.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that.
Yeah, another creepy moment here was the hair coming out of her mouth.
Oh, fuck that.
Like I said, it's very uncomfortable. This movie is very uncomfortable.
I remember at first when I saw this, I thought, has she got trichophagia or something? If you don't know what trichophagia is, it's the obsession to digest human hair.
The phone's leaking. The phone is leaking.
That's not good.
And now she's about to see about her. No, I think about the actress. I think we're actually going to see Samara for the first time, really, in this film. Yeah, because I forget that we do see Samara before the TV.
We did see her a little briefly on that videotape, and now here she is.
Right there. Yeah. I totally forget that we do see her before the scene.
Oh, fuck.
And she grabs her. Yep.
And then you see her in that, like, room. You see, like I said, when I see some of the stuff that happens in this movie, I can't help but see parallels to that character on that video game, Fear.
Holy shit! I totally forgot about that. That you see Samara pretty early in the film. Yeah.
Well, it has been a few years since we last saw this, man.
Yeah. I totally forgot that because I thought that don't see it to the very end, but she does show up. Okay, cool. Now I'm about to see her son watch the videotape.
That's not good. All right, that's it. The stakes have now been risen.
Oh, I love that you start to see her crawl out the well.
Yeah. You're too late. He's watched it. It's done.
And what I love about this, Paul, there's no music.
Nothing.
Like normal situations like that, when they see the kid watching the tape, there'll be like some big like dun dun dun. No, it was just her screaming.
Yeah, and I've said this numerous times. I prefer horror movies or movies and video games that don't have music. Just let the ambience do it for you. You just shouted at that person for nothing.
Why the fuck you yelling at me like that for?
I'll be like right now thinking, fuck my ears, dude.
The fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know.
What you screaming at like that for?
Yeah, imagine that. You're trying to phone up your girl and all of a sudden she's screaming in your ear, leave me the fuck alone.
Fine. Shit was whack anyway.
There's that tree again.
All right. Paul, I gotta step away just for a couple seconds. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it. I did check out the 2009 Friday the 13th watch along y'all did. That's my third favorite horror remake behind Texas Chainsaw Massacre and The Hills Have. Oh, dude, fucking the Texas Chainsaw remake. That's one of my favorites too. And Hills Have Eyes, dude. I fucking love that 2006 remake of Hills Have Eyes. I thought it was great. You know, another bunch of remakes that I enjoy watching as well. T85. I would throw out movies like the 2012 remake of Mother's Day. the 2010 remake of The Crazies, I would say, is another good film to watch. I'd say Evil Dead, but then again, if you think about it, that 2013 movie of Evil Dead is actually not a remake. It's actually like a soft reboot continuation of the original Evil Dead film. It's actually part 2, like many years later, if you think about it. But yeah, Texas Chainsaw, Hills Have Eyes, Friday the 13th, good remakes. Got to throw Piranha in there as well. Got to throw the remake of Piranha in there too. I mean, we did a watch along of that as well. This may be a controversial one. I know James will probably have something to say about it, but I actually did enjoy, to some degree, I did like the remake of The Hitcher. I did like that one. Oh fuck, what's another movie I saw that got remade? There's a bunch of others. Because I've seen the 2009 remake of My Bloody Valentine. You got to put that out there as well. That was a good one. Shit. Again, there's so many I've seen. I'm trying to think of them. But there's a bunch of good remakes there, dude. Hey, me and T85 were just talking about remakes.
Oh yeah, I just saw the part that it's pretty much says that that this kid and Noah, the guy she's been talking to, is that's their son, which I was kind of, didn't really need it, but
they had to put some kind of explanation in,
I guess. I remember watching this. I was like, didn't really need that, but didn't need that twist. But it's whatever. Yeah, as far as remakes go, yeah, you guys talked about I heard you say something about The Hitcher.
Yeah, I do. Despite it not being perfect, I did enjoy that one to some extent.
Doesn't hold a candle to Rutger Hauer and C. Thomas Howell. That movie is one of them, probably one of the more underrated films ever.
Yeah. I mean, the original Hitcher is a solid fucking classic. I'm never taking anything away from it. But I did like the remake for trying to, do something a little different with it as well. I will say this, though. The worst remake I've ever seen, fucking When a Stranger Calls and Stepfather and Prom Night. Those are dog shit.
Okay, Stepfather. She's not gonna fuck you, dude. Yeah, but she already did. But anyway,
that remake was terrible.
The Stepfather. It was ass.
Yeah.
I don't blame Dylan Walsh.
No.
I think if you give Dylan Walsh a better film with a better script, I think it could have worked.
Yeah.
But it just felt it felt like a movie in its time.
Yeah.
Prom Night, I fucking hate. I hate Prom Night with a passion. I hate that version. You want to see the most least intimidating serial killer of all time? Watch 2008 Prom Night.
I hate it.
I'm like, I would kick this dude's ass.
Dude, I just got a shotgun and just pull it up his ass and pull the trigger.
His costume, granted, the costume the original Prom Night was just a black uniform with a ski mask. But at least that was something. This dude had a skull cap and a jacket. I'm just, and the guy looked 5'10".
Yeah, I'm just seeing what T85. He said that the sequel to the Hills Have Eyes remake was a little disappointing. Yeah, it's 50-50 with that one. Oh, another remake that I thought was good. I Spit on Your Grave.
Now we see Naomi Watts with the horse, the eye opening of the horse, just like we saw on the tape.
Yeah.
The horse is suspicious of Rachel.
Yeah, that horse knows. The thing about animals is that they have that sixth sense. They know something's up.
Oh, their instincts is out of this world.
Yeah, I wish we had that kind of instincts.
We're sometimes we're dumb creatures.
That is true.
Man, you do not want to be on the wrong end of a horse charging at you.
Try being kicked by one. I saw one guy get kicked right in the mouth.
Bro, you get kicked by a horse, bro. Yeah, you'll be in the hospital for 2 years. All your ribs will be fucked up.
Yeah.
The horses, though, they're such beautiful animals. I personally love them. They're such beautiful animals. But
It's a shame some of them get eaten on The Walking Dead.
yeah, Greg Nicotero and Scott Gimple and those boys don't like horses.
They don't like dogs or pigs neither. Remember those piglets on season 4?
Yes, I remember those.
And that, oh, dude, that scene with the tiger, yeah, I hated that.
Oh, the horse is charging at her.
You better move out of the way.
Yeah, get out the way.
Oh.
Now, Paul, that would never happen today.
No.
That would never. You can tell the CG there, but that they would never do that today.
That horse is done. That horse is done, dude. He got sucked under the engine. Blood's coming up. There you go.
Just like in the tape. Notice how little by little the things that you saw in the tape is coming out in real life.
Yep. And there's that. Did you see that little quick slip of the ring then?
Yep.
Oh yeah, House of Wax. I almost forgot about that one. God, it's been ages since I've seen that one.
Can you imagine that? You walk into a fucking mental facility and say, "Hey, can I get such and such records?" I'm like, what? Just like, who the fuck are you?
You can't walk in there and just demand fucking records like that. You have to go through like procedures and all that.
Right? What is, like, at least walk in there with a stethoscope or something.
Yeah, like if I'm asking for personal records of my own, I've got to go through all this red tape procedures and all that just to get them. And even then, I've got to wait like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, walking across the.
Yo, where'd you go? There's that fly on the door. I think James had something happen then to his mic. But, you know, like, you can't just walk in and demand medical records like that. It doesn't work like that, dude. But, yeah, to answer that House of Wax remake, yeah, T85, I ain't seen that one in ages. I think the last time I saw that one was back in, I want to say 2009, 2010, I want to say. Oh, here's another remake for you, though. This one came out in 1989. The Blob. That one I've been trying to get my hands on for a while. Hey, James, you still there, dude? Or did StreamYard kick you off?
No, I'm here.
Okay. You're talking, and all of a sudden it just went, and I was just like, oh, and I can hear myself.
I'm here. Yeah. My Wi-Fi. I got some upgrades, so should really be having no problems like that.
Oh, okay, cool. I can hear myself echoing at one point there, but I guess that's because of the mic.
How about now? So echo now?
Hang on, let me speak now. I can hear myself echoing a little.
All right, hang on.
Okay, I'm about to speak now. No, I don't hear myself now. That's good. Oh, shit.
How about now?
Yeah, no, I think it's when you turn the mic on, then I can hear myself. And then when you turn the mic off on your end, then I don't know. But apart from that, I mean, it's not an issue. I mean, I can still hear myself talk and everything, so it's good. Well, anyway, she's at the house. And, well, we know who this is, don't we, James? Legendary actor here.
Yeah, every time I see this guy, I remember him from I remember him from Trick or Treat.
I remember him as the original Hannibal Lecter.
He was the original Hannibal Lecter. You're right.
And you may not believe this also, but do you remember an old PlayStation 2 video game called Manhunt?
Fuck yeah.
Who do you think the film director's voice was telling you to kill the guy?
Ah, that was him.
Yeah.
Nice.
And even John Bernthal was in there too, the guy that played the Punisher in the TV show.
Shout out to John Bernthal, man.
Yeah.
Have him beat the Punisher again, goddammit.
Dude, word is he is coming back as the Punisher. He's going to be on the new Daredevil show.
It's about time, man. They've been dicking him around about that.
Yeah, and another thing too, they got to make sure it stays R-rated. You cannot do a PG-13 Punisher. I don't give a fuck what anyone says to you about that one.
Yeah, you can't water down the Punisher. That's the biggest reason why that show was. That's the biggest reason why that show was successful, because they let him just go all out.
Bro, that show was the reason why I got Netflix.
Well, there you go.
Because if anyone doesn't know, I am, out of all the comic book characters around, Punisher's my all-time favorite. I have the skull tattooed on my arm.
Oh, there's the mirror. There's the mirror.
Yep, I see it.
Now, it did the flashback of seeing the lady brush her in the mirror. I wouldn't have done that. I would just have this look at the mirror and just showing her reaction. Here's the thing. Okay, here's another problem I have with Hollywood movies. Sometimes I like to think the audience is stupid, and they'll make me like, oh, see, that's the mirror. You remember the mirror from the videotape? I was like, no, we can just see the mirror and just see her reactions, and we can just put two and two together. God, exactly. Sometimes I just wish, Hollywood movies would just treat us like we're fucking adults instead of children.
Exactly. Don't get me started on that Psycho remake T-85. I can say a lot about that right now, but it'll get me in trouble.
It was horrible.
It was just a carbon copy, dude, shot for shot.
Which is fine, but you gotta at least make it your own. Don't completely copy the film. Like that's one of the biggest reasons why I respect the Texas Chainsaw remake. It made it its own.
Exactly. That's the one thing I will always say about remakes is that it's okay doing shot for shot, but try to do something different. That's the whole purpose of a remake. You got to do something different.
Yes, you're honoring the original work, but you're just putting your own little ingredients into the pot.
Exactly. And this is why one of these films like this does it pretty damn good.
Now, I will say, Paul, that now we're really about to get into Samara and her story here. If you really think about it, the story of Samara is actually pretty tragic. If you really think about it,
it is, yeah.
Because she didn't deserve to die. She did not deserve to die.
No kid deserves to die. I don't care what anyone says on that one.
No kid deserves that in the fashion that she did. That was not necessary, and you can kind of understand why Samara wants to put vengeance out into the world.
Dude, she's pissed off, just like that kid on Silent Hill. Equally pissed off.
Yeah, it makes sense. Now, granted, I don't think it justifies her killing everybody. Maybe killing people that was involved, but particularly involved with her, doesn't justify it. But if you really truly look at it, it's tragic. It shouldn't have gone this far.
You'd be surprised what kids think sometimes when they tap into their dark side.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad when you truly think about it.
Exactly. Like all it takes is just one traumatic thing to happen, and that's it. I mean, we all got dark sides, man. Everybody has them. Oh, his nose is bleeding. You're fucked, mate. So it makes you wonder, did he watch the tape and he's on borrowed time as well? Subject summary 1978. There you go. What's with these weird x-rays? See video record. Oh. All right, James, you saw what was going on there. Let's have your 2 cents on that bit. Oh, shit. Now that kid's drawing it. All right, you can tell that kid's definitely got it. If he's drawing stuff like that, he's drawing like ring artwork now. That's worrying. Oh.
Yeah, so shit's starting to hit the fan.
All right. Shit just got real now.
She's coming.
Yep. Well, you looked, this did say like Thursday, so 48 hours. Less than that now.
Yep, she's on her way.
Better think of something. Because when you see her, it's too late.
She's in a dark place now.
Mm-hmm.
Creepy fucking kid.
I've seen my fair share of them.
But this is a really, like I said, it's a very eerie film, and the build up is very effective.
Yeah, it works perfectly for a film like this.
Absolutely.
Interesting point there, what T85 just said. What they could have done on that remake is have Norman kill everybody and he would have got away with it. That would have been different, yeah. Oh, where have I seen her before? I've seen her before. I can't put the name to the face.
What's this about? Look, I'm sorry. I don't know how to say this, but I'm seeing things in my head, images, and so is my son.
I was almost going to say that was the actress from Insidious, but it's not.
Oh, that is not Lin Shaye.
I almost said it because it almost looked
not Lin Shaye, brother. I know. I just like Lin Shaye has one of those. I see the resemblance, but she has one of those faces where you know that's Lin Shaye.
Yeah. What's with that kid?
I was gonna say a joke, but it's 2023.
There's certain things we can get away with, and there's just not
certain
that day and age.
Can't say no more. Yeah, because I'm offended.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why people are like that now. I get it, but sometimes it just goes too far.
Sometimes it's okay to laugh at yourselves, people.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Come on,
I mean,
like it's funny we can make certain jokes about certain topics, and we can't make jokes about other topics. It really doesn't make any sense. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to laugh.
I mean, shit. I've done some stupid shit that I look back and laugh at. I'm thinking, man, I was a jackass. I mean, look at the story I shared earlier.
Now that was wrong, and you know that was wrong, Paul.
No, but yeah, but look at. I didn't hurt nobody. I mean, looking back.
No, it was wrong.
All right. Okay, so
no, man. No, man. Nah.
Okay. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Summon the shit devil out of the toilet?
No, but
Hey, it's what it was, man. It was 20 years back. I mean, come on now.
God, this man Paul gets blood on his fingers. He just goes crazy.
Nothing's for sure. It's showtime, folks!
Sting agrees with me.
I don't know, Sting is the right man to ask for advice or some shit.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, losing the chat.
Oh, look at that shot! Look at that faraway shot right there. Oh God,
Nice.
so beautiful, so beautiful, dude.
Yeah, and again, with that color scheme, you see, it's never left us.
It's never left. Like this movie is drenched in mood and atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta give Gore Verbinski a props on this, man. He fucking nailed it with this.
And you gotta hurry up too because Samara's been giving signs. The closer because we get to that day, she's giving signs. You know, everybody motherfuckers choking, you know, like nosebleeds, distorted faces, like she's on her way, she's coming.
Yeah, and horses committing suicide by jumping in the damn water, getting chewed up by boat engine blades. Yeah. Who are you calling a piece of shit?
Oh God, those
flip phones.
Those early 2000 cell phones, man. Golly.
Oh, I remember the very first mobile phone I had. It looked like a brick. A little antenna
God.
sticking out of it.
God, these kids have no idea how well. Like I'm old enough to remember. My God, getting on the internet on those phones was a pain in the ass.
I remember the old mobile phone of the 80s that looked like a big fucking brick in your hand. I mean, ask Gordon Gekko.
Oh yeah. The brick cell phones. You know, you have to pull the antenna out, and you have to carry that around.
Yeah, I mean that was what mobile phones looked like, people. I mean, if you told me back then that we were going to have mobile phones where you just flip a screen, touch screen, like you see on those sci-fi movies from back in the day, like Total Recall, I'd have said you're crazy. And now we got them.
Oh, look at that shot.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Got to be smart with mirrors, too, because you got to make sure you don't have any like film crew in the background with that.
God, it's so eerie when you see Samara just fading in the background in the darkness. That I don't know why, but that always stuck out to me every time I watch this film.
It's just one of them films.
Just the whole build up to Samara and her story is just greatly executed.
Yeah.
And again, we still haven't seen her. Nope. Not like. Well, we saw her in the room, but we haven't really seen her like in. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, we've seen her on little clips of the video, but we've not fully seen her like coming at us yet.
Oh, and then the girl that plays her, she's such an adorable girl, cute little girl.
Yeah, you know, it's been a while since I've seen this. I've forgotten, like, what is the reason why is she there?
Apparently her thing is that she has this ability to project images into people's minds, pretty much. Like that. Like there's a big twist in the end. What I think is a great twist. But we see Samara, and we see Samara here in the. Like she's an adorable girl. Which by the way, she's the voice of I think Lilo and Stitch.
Yes. Shout out to this kid being in this film, by the way.
Yeah, she's a beautiful young girl.
Yeah. I wonder what she's up to now. I'm gonna find out. Well, right now she's 32, believe it or not. Yeah, you're right. She was in Lilo and Stitch. Let's see what she's up to right now. Well, she was in the recent Reigns movie. She was in American Romance, Jake Goes Home, Little Red Wagon. She's been in all 3 of these Ring movies, dude.
We're about to get a. Well, I mean, I don't know if I should call, self-deletion epic, but it was a pretty epic self-deletion.
Yeah. Wait a minute. She was on Donnie Darko?
Well, she Donnie Draco.
The kid that was on the Ring. She was in Donnie Darko? Fucking hell. I didn't realize that. She was Samantha in that film.
Oh, okay.
And she was in AI. Oh, she was in AI. It's a good film.
But she learned that she's the reason why the horses died because she was able to project images in the horses' mind. That's what made them it's fucked up. And oh shit! Oh,
you asshole! You asshole!
I forgot all about that.
Somebody did that to me. I'm kidding. I'm kicking the shit out of them.
Why would you play games with me?
Roman Reigns, why the hell would you play games with me like that? What the fuck is he doing? Jumper cables. Oh shit! I don't know where he's going with this.
Oh yeah. He's going all in. Get out of the water. There you go.
Dude,
if you listen to his dialogue, he's telling you that Samara, it may not exactly who she portrays herself to be.
So she really is a demon from hell. Dude, a simple toaster in the bathtub would suffice.
But so far we're led to believe that that was in the 2002 that was a wild scene. That was a wild scene.
Horace Pinker would be proud. For anyone who didn't know.
And also, and I don't know if you noticed this, Paul, but notice the more I don't know if this is done on purpose, but the more and more this movie kind of goes, we're starting to see a little bit of contrast in the movie.
Yeah, I've just noticed that too. Look at the scene right here. Like, where's that saturation gone?
I think I don't know if that was the intention. Like the more and more, the closer she gets to discovering the truth, the more there's more color into the film.
Yeah, because when that fucking thing gets him, the color saturation comes back. Whoa.
They're about to get to the barn, which where Samara was sleeping in, because these are her adopted, like the father who deleted himself and the mother were her adopted parents.
Yeah, and I'm guessing they worked in the hospital as well.
Yep, there's the ladder, and that's where Samara was. That's where Samara was living at, which is Jesus Christ.
Your bedroom's a goddamn barn. What's wrong with you guys? Come on, man.
Look at that. Look at that, bro. Oh god, look at that set. If I tell you what, if I came across that, it'd be heartbreaking. It'd be heartbreaking for me.
You're gonna put a kid in the barn and have a little room that looks like come on, man, for real?
Like that's how the baby was. That's how the baby was living.
Oh, fuck that. That's not right. That ain't right at all, dude. No wonder this kid's pissed off. But again, like you were saying, that saturation is gone. We're seeing color here. And there's that damn TV.
Got them old school TVs. We had to go up to the TV and change. Oh,
Yeah, we didn't have
God.
remotes back then, people. We didn't have remotes. Well, we did, but they were rare. But yeah, I remember those old fat ass tube TVs where the picture quality was unbelievably shit sometimes, depending on what type of TV you bought. Sometimes it'd be like black and white only. What the hell?
Oh God, Paul, do you remember those little those handheld TVs?
I used to have one.
Those little handheld TVs that were we could like hold, you could take anywhere with you. It's like it's the quality is gray. You only get like 3 channels on it, but
Yeah. I remember those. Like I said, I used to have one, so
I used to dig those though.
they were good. I mean, you could take them anywhere, but the problem is that the reason why they stopped making them now is because we have a thing over here in the UK called TV licenses, where you need a license to have a fucking TV. Believe it or not. Back then, anybody could have got those, and you couldn't tell if they had a TV or not. So that's why they stopped making them around here. James right now is probably thinking, wait a minute, you need a TV license just to watch TV? Yeah, you do.
I wasn't gonna say nothing. I wasn't even gonna say nothing. I mean, do I think that's ridiculous? Hell yeah, but I wasn't gonna say nothing.
I know, but anytime I tell somebody that any of my friends I know in the US, when I tell them that, they're thinking, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, it's true. It's like a driver's license. You need that. Same with TVs. Got to pay like
T85s, yeah, and them and antennas on them big ass TVs. Oh God, the antenna. But bro, I remember you had to rearrange them antennas to get good quality on the. Oh God, it's such a pain in the ass.
Oh, man, so rage inducing, especially if you want to watch a sports match or something."
And then remember when TV had dignity when it was done playing all the scheduled program, it would just cut off.
Yeah, we had that over here back in the day too, but not anymore.
Oh, not anymore. That's impossible now. Like, yeah, but like there was literally a point, people, where it's like when there was nothing else to play, they say, "Okay, everyone have a good night." They'll play the national anthem. That's it.
Yep. And then digital satellite cable channels came along, and we're watching stuff 24/7 now.
Oh, they fucked up the game.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing. Like, I think the reason why now we have TV programs 24/7 is because if you think about it, you got people that do like late night shifts and they want to watch something before they go to bed, at least, They can't watch it during the day, so they can watch it during the night.
And then now streaming is now taking over.
Yeah, well, it's taken over a lot more now, thanks to the COVID-19 that hit us many years back, or 3 years ago. Now we got like Lionsgate Plus, Amazon Prime, Shudder, Netflix, Disney Plus, Discovery Plus. Like streaming is now becoming a thing to the point now where there are certain movies that are being made that are brand new that you can't even get in the cinema. That'll be like Netflix exclusives, and you don't have these streaming platforms. Oh well. So it's changed a lot of things.
All right, now we're about to get the well that's underneath the house.
Why would you put a? Never mind. It's a crime scene after all.
No, that's the well that she was thrown into.
Yeah, you threw her ass down in the well. You got to be a cold-hearted son of a
Wait,
bitch.
Paul, do you remember the twist?
It's been a while, but I still have that memory.
Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm not even gonna say nothing then.
Keep in mind, it's been a very long time, but I remember vaguely some of this. Yeah, fuck you. I ain't jumping down there.
Man, you can kiss my ass. How far do you think it goes? I don't know. Jump in there and find out.
Ask John Kirby.
Oh shit.
Silent Rage for anyone who didn't know.
Great Chuck Norris film. The closest thing we're gonna get to a Chuck Norris versus Michael Myers film.
Yeah, and I think it was only one of 2 horror movies he was in. The other was Hellbound.
Look at that. Simple special effects, but so effective.
Yeah, the whole less is more work coming in the works right there. Dude, that's a long way down. You sure you got enough rope to go down there?
Nah, bro. It just now hit the bottom. Like, nah, bro.
Piss off. I ain't going down there. I don't care if there's whatever's down there. Fuck you, I ain't going down there.
I know Samara might be down there too.
Nah, yeah, I'm good. Close the well. See you later. I'm out. Ugh. Well, that's one way to get your ass down the well.
Oh, fuck.
Imagine if that happened to you. I can imagine you freaking the fuck out.
Man, listen, Paul. If this is me and you, bro, I'm screaming, Paul. You better find something to get me out of here.
I better find something quick then. You're gonna have to have a long ass. That is fucking easily a 60 to 80-foot drop.
And also, this is early 2000s, so we got to see Naomi Watts' titties soaking through her shirt.
I can see the nipples.
Yeah. Like it's early. It was a different time, folks.
Think about this, right? She got tossed down the well. She's hitting every bit of that wall on the way down. Where's the cuts?
Don't be that guy.
Come on, man. You saw her bouncing back and forth like a pinball.
Look at her face, bro. She's bruised.
Yeah, but still, you're hitting jagged rocks from a well. If I was a guy, I'm sorry, but because I'm doing an acting course. I have a tendency to spot these things since I've been doing it. I've become this like continuity nerd ever since.
My God, man, you fall down a cliff, you don't show no cuts.
No! Fuck!
Yeah, imagine me as a filmmaker. I'd be like, where's the fucking cuts, man? Gotta think about authenticity here. Oh, shit, the well is closing. And daylight just went to darkness.
Now, like I said, Paul, and you'll see here, but how they execute this scene here, this could have been the ending of if they ended the film how the way they end, it looks like they're about to end it here. I would have been completely fine because you would think that her spirit is now being released because now Rachel knows the truth now, and we're about to see it right here, which is very sad, very sad.
I wouldn't be mad about it either. They should have kept it like that.
Because Samara did not deserve this.
No, she did. Like I said, no kid deserves this type of shit.
And she's adorable, bro. Like, oh fuck.
No, that's a picturesque scene right there. Look at that.
Oh, bro, yeah, that's a great shot.
Oh man. Fuck you, eyes, for leaking. Ugh. Hate it when films make me do that. You bitch! Fuck you! Man, fuck that lady.
So her stepmom threw her in the well. and she was still alive. And
you
she
smothered her.
smothered her and threw her in. But as you can see, she opens her eyes. She was still alive.
Oh, no wonder she's pissed off.
She was still alive, and she died. That's why it says 7 days. And she died within 7 days of being in that well.
Well, yeah, hypothermia, starvation, you name it.
Yeah.
And think about this too: when you're in the water for too long, your skin is gonna like completely flake out. You've seen when you're in the water too long, and you look at your hands and you see how they get all wrinkled up, and your body gets liquefied. Remember that zombie on The Walking Dead that was completely liquefied? You're gonna look like a balloon corpse.
And now we see her corpse floating up. Like I said, now Rachel now knows the truth now, and you're about to see what's going to happen here. Like it's going to look like her soul is now free now.
Yeah.
So she's saying it's okay now. It's okay. And then she's going to turn into a skeleton.
Very simple effects there. Ugh. Eyes all liquid out then. You see that?
Yeah, man. Like you could have ended the movie right here, and you would have had a really nice, solid psychological horror film.
Yeah, but somebody insisted they have one final jump scare.
And those and I love endings like that where you have a movie where you think this could be the ending, but you realize once it keeps going, and you're like, I mean, perfect example, Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Poltergeist, Alien.
Yep. There's a list of movies that followed that route. Well, now this whole joint's a crime scene.
At the crime scene, they finally found her body. Like you would think this is the end of the movie right here,
but it's not.
And I'm wow, and Paul, you don't know the twist. Okay, I will remain quiet, but
like I said, it's been over a decade since I last seen this. My memory's a little vague. Whoa. I mean, folks, like, what's crushing about this is that kid. Okay, she was able to project images in people's head, but that's no excuse to be off on them like that. That's what's crushing about it. Is like that kid did not deserve that. And you're there on your own in a well for 7 days. No one's coming to save you. You're gonna die alone. Like that's the worst thing you can have happen to you, kid or no kid. That's like shitty. I like the silhouette shots of the shot right here. Oh, kid's out. He's completely zoinked out. He just fell asleep there.
Now, Paul, you think that this is the natural conclusion of the story? Her soul, Samara's soul's free. They're picking up the creepy little boy. It's looking like Noah and Rachel have now rekindled their relationship. But I'm thinking, okay, why? But once you realize the movie's still going, you're like, oh no, there's more to this.
If there's one thing that Carrie and Friday the 13th taught me, it's not really over just yet. Nah, you know this ain't done.
Yeah, where you're like, it's still going.
Nah, we're not done yet. I kind of spotted that warning when I first saw it in the cinema.
Oh yeah. Once you see it's still going, you'll be like, wait a minute, and then you'll hear from this little kid here. You know, I'm not gonna say now. I'll just let you react to it.
Here we go.
Because I noticed, Paul, that you was kind of on a I'm not even gonna say it. I'll just let you listen. You helped her? Why did you do that?
What's wrong, honey? You're supposed to help her. It's okay now.
You're not supposed to help her.
I fucking knew it. You set her free. Now she's open season for everybody. It's what she wanted.
She never sleeps.
It's what she wanted to be set free.
Creepy. And
That's
now shit just got real. Now it just got real.
Yeah. She wanted to be set free so she can be able to do the things she wants to do. That's what this whole point was. And you're fucked now, dude.
Now we're about to get the iconic scene.
The thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen.
So
Here we go.
It was a twist. So Samara was always evil. She was always evil. She didn't like the innocent girl we thought she was. And we'll get to more West End progress, but she was always an evil girl.
Yeah. You never were meant to set her free. You let her out now. Now there ain't no stopping her. You fucked up.
Like I said, this scene scared the shit out of me, bro.
And I'm not surprised. Man, you guys fucked up. You fucked up. Real. Did I just see Shrek on the video shelf then? Oh, fuck. Here we go. What the fuck did you do, guys? What the fuck did you do?
So creepy. Just seeing her slowly walk to you, and this is what we've been building up to.
This is what we were waiting for right here. Noah can't come to the phone right now. He's busy shell-shocked by what he's seeing on TV. Now the TV's dripping. Yeah, see, look, Shrek on the video shelf. And The Craft.
Oh, that would have been me, like, fuck!
I'm getting a fucking baseball bat. I don't care if I lose that fight.
Now clearly this is not a little. Woo! Clearly this is not a little girl here, but
No, it's a pissed off demon.
So it holds up. It still looks good too.
God damn it. Here we go.
There's that look.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh.
Lady, don't go up there. You're not going to like what you're going to see. All right, fine. Don't listen to me.
That's what we are at an hour and 42 minutes in. Hour and 42 minutes in, and we're finally at that point now.
Oh, shit. Here we go. Damn flip phones. You sure you want to see what's left of him? It's not too late to turn around. Oh, she saw that on the videos too. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Here we go. Don't do it. You're not going to like what you're going to see. All right, fine. Suit yourself. And we don't even get to see it, but we know what's up, but we know what it is.
I love it. I love it. I love how we don't see it. I love shit like that. Like I said, Paul, like I love it. Like it makes your mind think. Like, well, God, what did she do to him? You know.
Well, whatever it was pretty bad.
Now, Paul, now do you see why I say that the movie could have ended 10 minutes ago? But I'm not mad at this though.
No, I'm not either. Because I remember when I saw it and I noticed it was still going, I was just like, yeah, we're not done.
I would have bet that kid had no idea Naomi Watts was going to do that. Like, he looked legit scared. Like, what the fuck?
He was just sitting there like, what the fuck did I do?
What did I do? Like, that boy looked legit petrified. Like that wasn't acting. Like, he was legit. Naomi Watts legit scared him.
He was about to shit himself, man.
I was just coming. Like, damn, Naomi, what the fuck?
I'd have been like, really? I just had a really bad nosebleed, and now you're giving me shit for something else?
I always love that. I always love Abe's reaction there. Like I think he had no clue Naomi Watts was going to do that.
No, I don't think he did either. Uh-oh. One last tape, the one that you threw away.
Yeah, there's the copy.
Sure you want to trash that?
Here we go. You'll hear it here.
Oh, fuck. Oh, we just saw him then. Fuck. Yeah, you made a copy, and your copies are spreading like wildfire.
But hear what she said? She said, like, I do want to hurt people.
Yeah.
So that's why the mother killed her, because she was legit evil.
Michael Myers, anybody?
So she's making a copy of the tape. She said, you're going to be okay. Hey, guys, what about the person we show it to? What happens to them? If she doesn't answer.
You see how black his eyes are? He hasn't slept in days.
But do you see what happened there? She said, what about the person? What happens to the person we show it to if she doesn't even answer?
Yeah, because she knows that person's dead. We got to do that just to dodge the bullet. And there you go.
And
Ring.
that is the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Very ominous ending right there, because it tells you that they're gonna show the tape to somebody, and they just had to deal with it. But
Yep.
great movie, great horror film, great twist, great build up. Really solid film. Really solid film. Yeah, Paul, I'll let you. I'll let you go ahead. Go ahead at it, man.
All right. Well, again, guys, it's been a very long time since I've even seen this movie, and as you guys know, I'm pretty picky when it comes to supernatural films. But The Ring is one of them movies where I actually enjoyed watching, especially the Japanese original, because that's where I first knew about it. And this remake was actually not bad. I mean, it definitely honored the source material of the original film, but it also brought its own little unique spin to it as well, which I can appreciate that. And I thought the acting was great. It was all on point. The cinematography was just really good. I love the fact that how they were able to just maintain this like grim, like dark vibe. Right down to the way the film looked, the whole saturated like colorless look going on that was on there, and of course the plot twist as well, and the whole fact that it was a slow burner. I know a lot of people have issues with the fact that it is a slow burner, but sometimes a slow burner, if done right, can be really a good film and can be worth the wait with the payoff and everything. And this is one of those few films where I can just turn around and say, you know what? Yeah, it's a slow burner. Yeah, but it keeps you interested, it keeps you intrigued, and it just builds up right there from there. And it definitely was the ultimate payoff when we got to see that. And then you find out that twist, which is all along, like you think that they're trying to free her from the torment, but no, what you just witnessed is that whether they realized it until the end was that they inadvertently opened the fucking can of worms, or in this case, you just opened Pandora's box. And now you have to pass that curse on to whoever just to keep yourself from falling victim to what she's going to do to you. So that whole ending where you just left it like ambiguous to the point where she's not even going to answer because she knows full well people are going to die because of her, because it's the only way to keep herself safe. So I like that whole concept of the whole grimness of the whole thing, like the cycle of horror is going to continue because of what you unleashed. And the only way to keep yourself safe from it is to feed it. That's just wild, in my opinion. But all in all, man, very good film. It's a very good suspenseful movie. Great story build up. Eerie as shit. The cast were on point. The cinematography was great. Gore Verbinski's direction on this was pretty solid too. And just an all-round fun movie. And you know what? This movie, I'm actually warming up to the idea of now watching the other two movies just so I can see how it all ends out. Just for the hell of it now. I'm kind of on board. Hell, I might even dig up the old originals again because it's been a long time since I've seen the original ones too. So, yeah. Shout out for James and shout out for this movie because I actually enjoyed this after seeing it again for so many years. So I'm going to give it 9. I mean, I do see James' point when it comes to the part where they could have ended it right there with that part in the well, but they had to kind of expand a little more on that. So it was a gamble and it pays off to some extent, and some people may say otherwise. But all in all, solid movie, 9 out of 10, and this is one of those few remakes that's done right. Go ahead, James.
For me, like I said, I think this is a really nice, solid, spooky ghost story movie. Really, like I said, I enjoyed Naomi Watts as Rachel. I thought she was very strong in the role. I thought her son Aiden was really good in the role. I thought everybody in this film delivers. They play their part fairly well. The whole mystique of the videotape and the messaging in the videotape, like I said, still one of the creepiest moments in horror history is like watching that videotape. And then the whole build up to Samara, coming closer and closer to her victims. as the days progress. And I love how the movie kind of did like a little shift where you're like, oh, you think this little girl was was abused by her step parents for
Not the
no
case.
reason at all. But then that was not the case. Like we learn that that this little girl was and always has been evil, and that's what drove her. That's what drove the horses to commit suicide because she was putting those images in their heads. That's what drove her mom to go crazy into the mental hospital because all the stuff Samara was doing to her. That's why the dad did what he did because Samara was still affecting him by whispering in her ear and putting images in his head. Then we learned in that interview in the mental hospital, we learned that she does want to hurt people, like that. That's what she wants to do, and so I love the little twist that they did there, where we learned that everything is not what it seems with her. Then, like I said, and then that very ending, we see her coming out the TV. One of the more iconic moments in horror history. Still looks cool to this very day, and we get to see Samara in her true form, which is right here. Iconic image, and very effective film, very solid, well directed, put together horror film. Again, we're called the Gorehounds. It had no blood in the film.
Hey, man, there are times where we're going to be watching a full-blown, in-your-face, gory horror film. Sometimes we'll watch a supernatural movie. Hell, sometimes we'll watch a sci-fi or an action movie. That's what we do.
Exactly. But yeah, this is a great film. I don't watch it often. I watch it at least within every few months. Very eerie, very creepy. Like I said, it's the build-up that's creepy. It's not just the 7 days or her climbing out the TV. It was just that whole build-up was just very uncomfortable. Yeah, but this is a dope film. I really enjoy it. Enjoy it. Fuck Ring 2 and fuck Rings. I'll stick the Ringu in the ring. But
I'm still gonna watch the third one, so I'll drop my thoughts on that at some point.
I wouldn't waste my time, but hey, do whatever you want, Paul. You proven that to us tonight that you'll do whatever the fuck you want.
That's what I do.
Yes. Yeah, but I think I'll probably have to go with 9 myself as well here. Like I said, like you brought up, Paul, you could have ended it right there in the well when she has Samara in her arms, and it gives the idea that her soul's now free. Her now she can now rest peacefully. Now instead of taking out her vengeance out on the world, turns out that's what she wanted. So
you open Pandora's box in that one.
Exactly. So I did enjoy it. That was a twist that was done right, for sure. Like, it took me by surprise.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ring. I definitely I guess a 9 out of 10 as well. It's a different kind of horror film for sure. This may not be your cup of tea, but if you're really into those slow burns, psychological, like what the fuck is going on? Like, did you see the videotape? Oh my god, did you see what happened to that dude, that girl in the closet? If you're into those movies, this is the movies for you. But yeah, that was fun. Great film.
It was fun. Absolutely.
So, Paul, what do you got in store for us for next week?
Well, next week we go from a supernatural movie to a all-in, balls-out fucking gore fest. So my next movie is, ironically, I was going to pick this at some point, but because I was ill and I was out for 2 weeks, my next pick actually works perfectly for what's coming out later this upcoming week. So, to coincide with the release of Evil Dead Rise, which I'm going to be watching on Saturday with my mum, we are going to check out, and I think this is on Amazon Prime to rent, and if not, it's probably on Shudder, but we're going to check out the unrated 2013 Evil Dead.
Okay. I haven't seen that film since. It's been 10 years now, right?
It has been 10 years since this movie came out, yeah.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago when I last saw that film. All right, cool. And as for me, the movie we're gonna be watching after Evil Dead is a classic.
What you got?
The movie that we'll be watching after The Ring will be the 1975 classic Jaws.
Jaws, huh?
Jaws.
Thank God these movies are on Amazon Prime. Because I don't have any of those on Blu-ray.
Yes.
Right.
We're going to be watching the movie that pretty much that the movie where it all started for for arguably the greatest filmmaker of all time, Steven Spielberg. Jaws will be the movie we'll be watching after Evil Dead.
All right. Well, after Jaws, then I'm going to drop a nice little treat for you folks.
Oh, okay. Wait, Paul! Don't blow your load at once.
Dude, I got a huge back catalog. You know me.
I do too, but you gotta want to keep the people wanting more.
Okay. I'll keep it under wraps for now, folks.
All right. Okay, trust me, as a wrestler, you don't have to do all your moves in one match.
Okay. I'll keep this one close to my chest, but I know what I got in mind for you guys next time.
Cool to know. All right. So we'll see y'all next week for Evil Dead 2013 remake. And
Here's the thing, right? I've been telling people this for a while. People say it's a remake. It's actually technically not a remake. It's actually a soft reboot / continuation of the original film. If you look it up on the Wikipedia, that's what it says. But it does get misidentified as a remake, but it's not.
Yeah, this man Paul just did. Well, actually,
I just hit you with a swerve there, folks.
Oh gosh. All right, cool. All right. Well, Evil Dead 2013 will be next week. All right.
Yeah.
So, well, we'll see y'all next week for episode 56 of the Primetime Gorehounds. Hopefully, everybody enjoyed us watching The Ring. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button as well. And hopefully everybody has a great weekend. I plan on having a great weekend. In fact, you know what? I'll surprise y'all with what I got in store for this weekend. So, So be safe, be merry, have a great weekend. We are out, and be sure to make sure you'll still be here in 7 days. All right. So.
Well, if you don't hear from me, you know I'm dead.
I'll probably be dead too. I mean, imagine waking up to a girl that you thought was fine until you wake up, you see this face.
Yeah, kiss your ass goodbye on that one.
You're like, God damn! But oh wait, hang on. I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
Is it some bullshit?
Yeah, it is. What he said. Oh, man.
Oh, wait. I didn't know I was on mute. Everyone, we are out. Peace.
Laters. 7 days.